Oklahoma City is my origination, and that was in 1919. And my name, incidentally, is Bernard Hartwell Anderson. I first came to Kansas City in 1936, which was, I couldn't have picked a better time to show up because it was the high point in the production of the musicians that were here, which was exceedingly advanced in what was happening at the time. Count Basie was just getting his thing together in that year, 1936, to go east to try to make it. Well, still, I was in Quindaro, Kansas, at the junior college over there, and Gene Ramey, the bass player, was a maintenance man over there, and he knew about me, and he told Max Shan about me, and he brought me over to what they call the center room where the Max Shan was playing, which is just across the street from Safeways on Broadway here in Kansas City. And it was named the Hot Rock, upstairs deal and thing. And I never did know where I was, but I was there, you know what I mean? But Max Shan was just building a, adding on to the small band that he had. And I was the first addition to the band that they had, which was really great. And that was my first introduction to the Kansas City community of the cats that's playing. Jimmy Shan had just got some national attention in the Downbeat magazine that put the band in a position to make it, if they can, if they could, and so they went to building on it. That mainly was what was the essence of my beginning with Max Shan. Of course, they added on different personalities all the time, but they only picked who they wanted in there. You had to please everybody in the band to get in the band. Mm-hmm. They were kind of tiki about that, and it was a fine self-discipline among the cats. I mean, they didn't want nobody getting too high, and I mean, do right, you know, and everything. It was a wonderful group. It was a family, really. It wasn't just a band, it was a family. I mean, he had the essence of the blues more than anybody else. And that included Art Tatum, which was master technician of all. See, the 40. You could go out in Paseo here in Kansas City with your family and sleep on when it was hot at night. It would go out there and sleep in the park, put a blanket down and sleep. Families. Nobody fool with anybody else. You understand? and the men wouldn't stand for nobody doing something wrong. I mean, just do right. That doesn't happen now. That doesn't happen in New York now. I mean, the whole scene has changed. The greed has took over, brother. I mean, it's contaminated and just generally made everything bad insofar as living conditions. A riff is a pattern, a sound pattern like dun 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 dun. Now that's a old timey, but it's still effective riff. That came from the Blue Devils, I think. I'm not absolutely sure, but I mean that's a riff, and then dun 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 dun. See that has more going. It's more exciting. Dun 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 dun. That's a riff. See, I mean, that's what Little Dog taught me how to do. He told me, he showed me. He said, "Do what I'm doing." I did what he do it, and then he put some harmony to what I was doing. You understand? I mean, that is riffing. And Arva and myself and whoever was in there was free to set a riff. But Bird was one of the greatest riff setters that I have ever seen, heard. Bird he was most original, and you never did know where he was coming from. Yeah, he was very original. They say, where'd you get this baby band? I mean, all the cats was youngish, you know. They had Chick Webb and Erskine Hawkins and Lionel Hampton, and you know, you're already, you know, we just kids, you know, coming out from the West. But they always respected the cats from the Midwest. See, anytime a cat step in there in a session, anything you see from Kansas City, everybody jump on the ledge and see, well, you know, cautious about it. They had established that reputation. Basie had already established it. You understand? We were secondary. We came in behind Basie. They said that we were second edition of Basie, but I'm like Mac Shan said, we were altogether different from Basie. Actually, and really, it was different thing. Mac Shan's band was different from Basie. It was just different. The rhythm was different. Basie swung. That's the main thing that got around the world internationally, was swinging. Mac had a jumping band. It was altogether different. It was jumping, you know, it keep you jumping up and down. Then Basie did establish a reputation for the Midwest. That was the main thing that he did, and in other words, he opened the door for us. You understand? But they called the baby band plus the raggedest band on earth. They had a very fine saxophone player, alto saxophone player named Rudy Williams, was with the Savoy Sultans, and they were tough, man. They were tough, little 7-piece band, and they ran many a band back home, because the bands from South and every place come to New York and go there to try to make it. And they go in Savoy, and the Savoy Sultans would chop them down, man. As soon as they going back home, stay. I mean, but they jumped on us, and they jumped on the wrong outfit. Mr. Buchanan, who was the manager of the Savoy Ballroom, said, y'all raggedy, but y'all sure can play.